Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers, joining you from the Speakeasy here today. It's kind of a fun area where we have our Thursday night classes. We call them Wine and Wealth, hanging out with us. Sometimes it's Whiskey and Wealth. Yeah, those are real. But it's a loose class. We hang out and just kind of teach you all kinds of really detailed stuff that a lot of times I can't share publicly here on YouTube. Okay, this one is just for fun, right? I know there's going to be some comments on this one. It's just for fun, just to get you thinking. You don't have to agree. Just think about it. 4 things to do after you retire. We talk all about leading up to retirement. It's going to be great. We're going to have all this money. We're going to save, and our investments are going to be good, get our dough straight, and then we'll retire and have a great time with grandkids and giving to charity and all that fun stuff. Well, when you retire, there's going to be questions that come up. But how do you know until you retire? And then is it too late? So the first thing I want you to think about is, should you just cancel the old life insurance? This comes up a lot. Now, not a lot of people are going to like this one, but think about it. You buy life insurance now because you want to replace your income should something happen to you. If you're the only, let's say I'm the only one working in my family and my wife doesn't work. Well, if I die, I want income for her for some period of time so that she doesn't have to start over, right? And eventually find somebody better looking and all that. But for the moment, I want to take care of everybody, right? So I have life insurance. Well, when you both retire, who's counting on your income that doesn't exist anymore, right? So it may be a way to save money, especially if you're cutting it close on your retirement expenses there. Maybe canceling that out is not a bad idea. Look for maybe a funeral policy or something like that if you don't want them to have to pay for the funeral. But having this big life insurance policy is probably not really that needed, and it's a great way to save money. All right, number 2. You got to start thinking about what you're going to do with these RMDs, required minimum distributions. So right now they're required at 72, and these are not on Roth accounts. So if it starts with Roth TSP, Roth IRA, Roth 401k, it doesn't apply to those. It's the pre-tax money. It's because the government wants their tax. They know you're going to die at some point, and they want their money. So if you look at your 401k, your traditional IRAs, SEP IRA, Simple IRA, all that stuff, you got to start thinking about what you're going to do with those RMDs, because when you turn 72, you have to take minimum distributions from your account. Well, it could be that if you're young enough right now, your RMD age is about to be 75. They're thinking about raising it even again. Well, that sounds great, but it makes it even harder on you because now you have 75 to whatever your lifespan is, whereas before you had 72 to your lifespan. So you have less time to take the minimum out, which means the minimum is now going to be larger, which means your tax bill is going to be larger. So you have to start thinking about what to do with that. You can gift them to charity if you don't need them. You could take them anyways. Most people just start taking their money out anyways. But hey, that could hurt your tax bill. So you want to strategize around that. Number 2, figure out your RMDs. What are you going to do with that? Number 3. This actually happens a lot. This is not my idea. I just see clients, we're here in Florida, so we have a lot of retired clients, and I see a lot of them go down to one car. And it would have never occurred to me to say go down to one car. It just seems like you got 2 cars, keep the 2 cars. But could you go down to one car, pay less insurance, less gas maintenance, and all that great stuff? That may be a consideration if you're cutting it close. Because if you can, seniors pay more for health insurance than younger people. And maybe that's warranted, but that's what it is. I don't set the rules. So seniors pay more in car insurance. So maybe getting rid of some car insurance saves you $100 a month. I don't know what it could be. A little gas money in there, oil changes, maintenance and stuff. Well, that could average out to maybe $200 or $300 a month. I don't know, right? Even if you have a car payment, it could be even more. So just something to think about. Could you do that one? That's not going to be a fan favorite, I can tell, but I just noticed people do that. So I thought I'd bring it up there to you. Number 4, probably the most important. Take a look at your beneficiaries. Over the years, you've had 401ks, you then rolled them over into IRAs, you opened up Roth IRAs, you said, this Jazz Wealth guy is cool, I'm going to open a brokerage account with him, or a Roth IRA, my wife's going to have one, we've got a custodial account, which is different, we've got new 401ks, hey, I went in the military, got TSP, I work for the government, so there's all these accounts. Well, take a look at your beneficiaries. Right? Who do you want those to go to if something happens to you? If you're married, then you're really supposed to leave it to your spouse, or you kind of have to pick them. But you want to review these things. You could have gotten divorced. You could have had falling outs with your kids. Maybe you don't think they're worthy of having it right now, or you want to give them a different account, a larger account, a post-tax account. So there's reasons for all of it. Just take a look, because beneficiaries override whatever your will says. So it avoids a whole big mess in there, people challenging your wills and long lost cousins and all that stuff. It happens. I deal with it. I see this stuff. Well, if your beneficiaries are clearly listed, 1/3 goes to you, the rest of it goes to you, that's fine. That's how it goes. Those are the only people that have access to that money, should you die, right? So make sure you look at those beneficiaries. It takes a minute. I know. It's kind of like when people tell you, check your credit score. It's always on my phone. Why do I have to check it? Well, take a look. Take a minute. You might not, regret it if you do. All right, so number 1, consider canceling your life insurance. Number 2, see what you're going to do about your RMDs. Number 3, maybe one less car. I don't know. That's an odd one there. Let me know what you think. Number 4, review and edit your beneficiaries, and I kind of think number 4 is a big one. I think you may want to take a look at that. If I helped you in some way, got you thinking a little bit, maybe you'll check us out at jazzwealth.com. If not, thumbs up, maybe, a little subscription. Help me out. Have a good day. See you later.